What's good, guys? It's your boy JC's from IMPALATRADES, and I sees what I want the whole goddamn time. So, guys, I know I've been MIA for quite some time here on YouTube, but I did say that you need to subscribe to our free channel on Telegram. I hope by now you understand why I said that. But anyway, before I begin, make it a point that you like, subscribe, you hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time I drop a new video. You know the drill. And yes, man. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start off with GER30, currently on the daily time frame. So hence, as I'm looking at GER30 right now, I see that now, okay, fine. It gave us a new higher point, which is why it had to somehow give us a young rejection from that point. So when I look at it at that point, I'm gonna focus on this right here. I'm gonna focus on this. So when I look at that already, I go down to let me go to H4. I'm not gonna take too much time, you know, talking about these things. So when I go down, I see that okay, fine. It gave us two things that are really just just things that I've literally been talking about. You understand? This is just where you should see or where you should note what I meant when I said the market will always give us a reputation. You understand? When I say a reputation, I'm not talking about, I don't know what you think I'm talking about when I say that, but yeah, I'm not talking about what you're thinking. Okay, okay, fine. So when I come back here, I see that okay, fine. This is literally a head and shoulder. You understand? This is literally a head and shoulder on GER30 is literally giving us a young head and shoulder. As you can see here, it literally broke our neckline here. And you know what I say, and you know what I emphasize on, like the main thing that I talk about when I talk about necklines. You understand? You just have to check the previous videos. I can't keep on repeating the same thing over and over again. At the end of the day, you need to decide what you want for your life. And if it's this forex thing that you want, you'll make it a point that you come to us and we talk about the next steps for you onto how to make it. Because literally you can't learn everything here on YouTube. You need to understand that. So the reason why basically I haven't been able, I'm gonna pause for a bit. I'm gonna explain myself. The reason why I haven't been able to provide you with these videos is because over the past few weeks, is it 2 or 1 week, I've been MIA for a week or two, something like that. I'm not sure, but it's because I've been having a lot of one-on-one classes, so I needed to attend to those ones. So basically I didn't have the time to do these things. So that's the simplest way I can put it for you. So anyway, after seeing that, as I'm going back to GER30 now, as I'm going down with it, I was on the daily time frame. I noted that okay, fine, on the daily time frame, it gave us a higher point. So I go down, I'm on H4 right now. As I get to H4, I see that okay, fine, it gave us a young head and shoulder type of situation. It is that situation, not really type of situation. As you can see, it's literally selling. It's literally selling. If it was a inverse head and shoulder, it would have been buying instead. But then because it's this kind of head and shoulder, it's selling. So basically the inverse head and shoulder, it's literally the opposite of this head and shoulder. You understand? It's literally the upside down head and shoulder inverse. So anyway, you will need to do your own research on that. Anyway, so I go to H2. I get to H2. When I get there, I'm literally, I feel like I should just take this and put it somewhere around here. Let me see. Put it somewhere around, because this point here, there's a reason why this point is our neckline. You understand? Where's that thing? There's a reason why this thing is our neckline. So I'm gonna check US30. I'm gonna check, gold and check NASDAQ as well, because I haven't been providing you guys with some content here on YouTube. So I'm gonna make it a point that today I check out everything. You understand? So as I'm looking at it, I see that okay, fine. This here, it's literally, it makes sense. You understand? It makes sense why this point here is our neckline. You understand? It literally makes way too much sense. I don't have to explain it further. By you just looking at it, you should be seeing why this point is our neckline. You understand? Looking at it from this point, from this previous movement, looking at it from this point, I'm not really gonna do too much. I'm honestly, this time around, I'm gonna talk too much more than I point out certain things. I'm gonna talk about things that I'm literally seeing, but I'm not gonna like understand. So anyway, um, so as you can see here, this point from this previous movement here, I don't know when it was. Tuesday, the 2nd of April 2024, somewhere around here. It literally dropped all the way to this point, and right now, as you can see, it's literally playing around that point. It literally bought all the way from this point and came back to here, and came back to you know what I'm talking about. This is just a mistake, and came back to here, and it now literally broke that point and literally gave us a head and shoulder. It's really not a mistake. It's not really a mistake that it literally gave us a head and shoulder here. It's literally an indication that here it's a very, very strong point of selling momentum, where is literally where we should be looking out for more sales the minute this market breaks this point. Although some people could have took their sales somewhere around here. You understand? I don't really blame them. But for this week, so far so good. I feel like GER30 is looking like a sell. You understand? There's really no reason for me to be seeing buys here. GER30 for this week, I feel like it's looking like a sell. So literally, if the market breaks this point here, I feel like the market will literally sell. Literally sell. Now I'm gonna be updating you on how far the sell is and things like that. You understand? So I'm gonna put the stop loss here. This is literally for those people who are looking to, like, swing the trade. You understand? But then so far so good. I feel like GER30 is looking like a sell. So the minute it breaks this point here, the minute it breaks this point of support here, our thingy, our, what do you call that, our neckline, you should be looking out for more sells. But then besides that, we are good. Let me just put this just so that we are on the same page. I'm gonna put this just so we are on the same page. I'm not saying, so we should be looking out for sales all the way to this point here. Should be looking out for sales all the way to this point here. So far so good, guys. I feel like GER30 is looking proper, is looking good. So I'm gonna jump all the way to, I'm not really gonna go further into younger or smaller time frames with GER30. I feel like it's simple the way it looks. I feel like it's simple, and I've made it a point that I simplify it for you guys. So I feel like if you don't understand, make it a point that you just DM me. I'm gonna make it a point that I leave my details on the description for you. Just DM me and we see what we can do for you. Maybe you just need that minor thing. So I'm gonna jump to let's check US30. So US30, when I look at it, I see that okay, fine. I already had something. I don't Yeah, I already had something here, which I feel like here it's like the last video that I made with you guys. I feel like this is the analysis that I gave out. I don't remember when this analysis is from, because like I've literally been using my other laptop. Hence, I've said already that I was not available for quite some time to make these kinds of videos. But anyway, so for US30, I'm gonna go to the younger or smaller time frames, because I see that okay, fine. It gives look at this. It gave us a gap here. And what did I say? I always said that whenever US30 or whenever the market gives you a gap, it has to come back and close that gap. And what happened here? It literally happens without me even having to make a video explaining it. It literally happens on its own, which means what I say, it's not me. It's because I've literally sat down and understood how the market moves to a point where I don't have to be there or to to point it out for it to literally happen, which means I'm not saying that I say this should happen and then it happens. It literally happens because it's how it has to happen. So I'm just there to see it and point it out. Literally, when I look at the market, when I look at US30, basically, I see that, okay, fine. I see that, okay, fine. This point here, I'm for US30, I'm not gonna like use the bigger time frames because already I feel like it's already giving me selling vibes. You understand? It's already giving me selling vibes. As long as I saw that gap right there, as long as I saw that gap right there, for me that's enough. Because it has been. I feel like if you have, excuse me, I feel like if this is not your first time in my on my channel, if it's not first time you watching my videos, you know why I say already it's giving me a continuation of a sell vibes, because you know what I'm talking about. You understand? My students or my people know what I'm talking about. If you've already been if like you have quite some time, if like you've been here for quite some time and you've been watching my videos for quite some time, you know that, okay, fine. Okay, fine. For those who haven't been, you understand, let me just put it this way, right? Let me just put it this way and simplify it for those who are coming for the first time. And of course, make it a point that you subscribe, okay? Ish. So as I'm looking at it, as what did I say about the breakthrough and continuation situation? As you can see, I'm looking at the fact that, okay, fine, here's our neckline, right? Here's our neckline, hence it gave us a double top here. This is literally the same thing that I've like spoke about a couple of weeks or like a month ago, something like that, somewhere around April. I've literally spoke about this. The reason why we had a huge sell from US30, it's because of this kind of pattern or this kind of formation, the way the market formulated itself to a point where it gave us such a structure, which is why we got a sell the last time. So when I look at it right now, I see that, okay, fine, this is literally looking like the previous movement, and already it is giving us those trades of our previous movement. So as you can see here, it literally broke already. It literally I'm currently on the H2 time frame. It literally broke our neckline here. It literally broke it already. And you can see what did I say? After a breaking point, the market has to come back and retest. As you can see, it's already playing around that point. Listen, today, 3:30 US30, it's a sell. And I'm gonna make it a point that I upload this video today. Try by all means to do that. So anyway, today after 3 years, 30, it's a sell. Make it a point that you so honestly, like literally this week, I feel like it's all about selling for the market, because already when I look at US30 as well, it's looking like that, and it literally makes sense because we can't be okay, fine. Let me just go here. Fine. Look at this. Look at this. This is our nail. You guys. I can't teach you everything. Some things you just have to come straight here and you will get the proper attention that you deserve. You understand? A lot of people, I see a lot of people DMing me asking for my analysis and all of that. Yo, listen, like you need to decide what you want actually. You understand? You need to work hard for that. You need to make sacrifices for that. You won't just have it for free like this. You can't just keep on expecting to be spoon fed here on what's that, on YouTube. You understand? Some days I'm gonna be quiet and focused on the people that are on my VIP and VVIP and my students that I mentor. You understand? Just like the previous week, I've been quiet for quite some time. It's because I was busy with people who actually showed me that they are serious. You understand? So yeah, for US30 so far so good, guys. I feel like let me go to 24 minutes time frame. For US30, I feel like there's really nothing much there. You understand? I'm just gonna keep it like that, and I'm gonna move to let me go to NASDAQ. Let me go to NASDAQ. I'm gonna touch on, you understand? I'm gonna touch on like most of these things because like I've been MIA for quite some time, so I just wanna make it a point that I like just to show you that I do actually want you to make money. I literally sacrifice my time, and that time that I should be relaxing and and forgetting about like the whole situation of like doing these things, because literally it's not like we have free airtime here. Understand? So as I'm looking at this thing, I see that okay, fine. This is NASDAQ, by the way. I'm currently on H4 time frame. Let me go to daily time frame before I get you confused. Let me go to daily time frame. This is yesterday. This is yesterday. NASDAQ has been buying. It has been buying such a good. Let me go to H3. H3 is literally just the same as H4. So anyway, as I'm looking at it, I'm gonna okay. Let me do this. Let me see how the line chart looks before I confuse these things. Okay, so which means I'm gonna put this guy here. Okay, fine. So as I'm looking at NASDAQ, it's only a matter of either it breaks this point here and continue buying, or it gives us a solid double top. It gives us a solid double top. So you already know what it means when it gives us a solid double top. As I'm looking at it, I see that there was no gap here. Didn't have no gap. Unlike US30, it gave us a gap, which NASDAQ and US30 are not the same. You understand? NASDAQ and US30 is literally not the same thing. So stop confusing these things. So as I'm looking at NASDAQ, it's a matter of it's either this thing. Okay, fine. Let me go to H1. Okay. It's all about looking and seeing what you see. You can literally look and not see anything because you don't know what you're looking at. You understand? Because you might not know what you're looking at. So I'm gonna point out this point here because I feel like there's a young trend happening here on the smaller time frame. But when I look at it on the higher time frames, it really makes more sense that it has to drop. But when I look at it via those what's that? What should I call it? Those smaller time frames, I mean to say, it gives us a young trend that I'm seeing here. And when there's a trend, obviously there has to be a consolidation. You understand? A trend is formulated by consolidation of the market. You understand? There's no trend without a consolidation. There's no literally going up and hitting the support, going down, hitting the resistance, hitting, you understand? You understand? Support and resistance movement, basically. So far so good for NASDAQ. I also see sells, but I'm a bit skeptical with it. Unless if it breaks this point here. Unless if it breaks this point. So it's a matter of it. It's a matter of it doing something like this. It's a matter of it doing something like that or continuing with the sell. But I'm a bit more confident with the sell. You understand? I'm a bit more confident with the sell, not the buy. Because already it failed to continue selling here. If you look at it nicely, I mean to continue buying from this point here, it failed. It broke this point here, which is literally our current support. I mean our current resistance, but it failed to break it and continue buying on the daily time frame. But yeah, for me NASDAQ it's a sell as well. I don't know what you know. I mean I don't know what you see. But for me, NASDAQ it's a sell as well. So let me put it this way for those who don't understand what I'm saying, for those who uh, need that kind of explanation for them to be able to understand what you're trying to tell them, right? So basically, what I'm saying with NASDAQ is that if NASDAQ fails to break this point here, make it a point that you take screenshots or whatever you have to do. You understand? To remember these things when 3:30 comes along. So if Nasdaq fails to break this point here and continue buying or maybe play around above this point here, it should be a sell. It should be a continuation of a sell. It's a matter of breakthroughs and failing to break through here when I look at Nasdaq. You understand? So Nasdaq it's a sell for me, but if it fails to break, I mean, but if it buys and breaks this point before 3:30, we should be looking out for buys. But I'm more confident on the sell. Hence I said, I repeat, I don't control the market. I just know what the market is doing. So right now here, as I'm looking at the market, I see that, okay, fine. It's a matter of it's a waiting game here. You understand? So as long as 3:30 is not yet on the clock, so we should be looking out for sells. But if it breaks this point here, it should continue with this with a buy. But it's a more selling vibe for me when I look at it. So let me go to gold. Okay? So when I get to gold, I see that we have a pattern here. I see that we have a pattern here. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna take the let me take the horizontal line. So same as gold as well. When I look at it, you don't decide, you understand? You never decide what the market should do. You look at the market and you understand it. Some points will be clear for you to understand that, okay, fine, here we should be looking out for something like this. But then some points are like literally a waiting game. You understand? You just have to be able to analyze and see that, okay, fine, I've analyzed and I'm waiting for something like this. So I feel like since gold, honestly, like, gold is looking proper. When I look at it when I view it on higher time frames, as you see here, it gave us a double top. Like, listen, okay, listen. Let me break this down for you, okay? Check it out. Check here. It gave us a double top, right? It gave us a double top. This video is gonna be a bit longer, guys, because I'm trying to cover up these things fast because I haven't been available for quite some time. But anyway, it gave us a double top here, as you can see. Now, what did I say about double tops? If the market gives you a double top and then it drops, as you can see, it dropped like crazy dropped. Someone who took their buys, someone who took their sells here all the way to this point or this point, they literally changed their lives by this point with gold. This is H4 time frame, by the way. But because here, if you can check here, let me go. At the end of the day, you need to understand why the market is moving the way it is moving. Is if you check here, you have a very solid and strong point of support. So it was difficult for it to break this point and continue selling. You understand? It was difficult, so it had to do it, go all the way and continue buying. So which makes more sense for it to end up breaking this point. It is not like it was a must for it to break this point. You understand? It's not like it was a must. It could have literally played around this point and failed to break it and came back to here and came back to this point. You understand? But it couldn't do that. So what we are looking at is literally a breakthrough. You understand? Is literally a breakthrough, because literally the way it looks is as long as the market was still below this point here, it was always looking like a sell. You understand? But as long as well on this point here, this is the consolidation that I'm talking about. From this point we hit this point, from that, you understand, the moment we break, it's either we break with a sell or we break with a buy. The moment we break that point, that breakage of a sell or a buy should be a continuation moving forward with the market. You understand? So it literally broke here with a buy, and now it's doing it's retesting. Let me do this. And now it's doing what is retesting, but only I you guys. Let me go back to the smaller time frame. Let me go to H1. I spoke about this in my course. I spoke about these things in my course. I speak about them. This, right? You go suffer. You go suffer. I'm telling you. But anyway, listen to me very well. I'm not trying to confuse you. If you are confused, you're just dumb. So listen. Right now, it's a waiting game. You understand? Right now, it's a waiting game. So let me do this. I want you to hear me proper. I want you to hear me proper. Okay. Once we break this point here, as you can see, once we break this point here, we should be looking for a resistance. For retest. You understand? We break this point and we come back and retest this point, and then we continue buying. But if we fail to break this point, then we continue buying like all the way up. You understand? But if we fail to break that point, we should be looking out for something like this. But I'm more confident with the buyers. You understand? I'm more confident with the buyers because of this point of support here. It's strong. It literally gave us this double top here. And a double top is not something to play with. It's a strong thing to break. And already it's playing as our support. So that support is very, very strong. So at the end of the day, that's what I know. That's my experience. That's what I've been seeing. But so far, so good. I'm looking forward to seeing more buys on gold. And that's all I'm going to say to you. You decide what you want to do. You understand? So I'm going to do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And yeah, boo. I'm gonna do that. That's me. You understand? And the only time I'm gonna take these buys, it's when the market breaks this pattern here. You understand? That's the only time I'm gonna take these buys. That's my confirmation for a entry point for a buy. I don't know about you. That's what they call when they say waiting for a confirmation. You literally wait for the market to play out the way you expect it to play out, which gives you or confirms for you that if it was able, or if it literally played out the way you expected it to play out, it should continue playing out that way. So anyway, guys, that's literally it for me. That's literally it from me, guys. Let me go back to US30. That's literally it from me, guys. Like, there's really nothing else that I can do or say for you to hear me. It's all about you wanting to hear me at the end of the day. So make it a point that you like, you share, you subscribe, you hit that notification bell, and of course, if ever that you want what's that, signals and everything like that, make it a point that you check the links on my description. I made it easy for you to reach me on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Telegram. Anywhere you want to reach me is literally there on the description. And of course, share this piece of information, because it's literally it's good jewels for you to use for the rest of your life. And of course, make it a point that you comment whatever you want me to check out next, if ever there's anything that you do want me to check out. And of course, let's meet on another video, guys, and thank you so much for checking this one out. Let's go.